USA, 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 USA. Although the Japanese seem to be the best at skateboarding. Welcome back to another episode of Odd Man Sports, right here on YouTube. I'm your host, Brandon Perna. I also host That's Good Sports here on YouTube. And starting this fall, I'll basically be reprising the role of the dad from the 80s sitcom Family Ties. Only in my version, I tie up my family every Sunday so I can watch enough football to make fresh, original football points on like 9 different shows. A reminder to subscribe to them all. On this week's show here on Odd Man Sports, we'll cover the Aaron Rodgers Packers ending most people didn't see coming, a Cleveland Browns Sopranos style ending that beats the original, and a New England Patriots happy ending you'll definitely want to miss. Alright, we've got Dinks and Dunks. Well, in a stunning turn of events, it appears Aaron Rodgers will be suiting up for the Packers after all. It became clear one final season in Green Bay was in the cards after the Packers QB posted on his Instagram this photo from The Last Dance. But when I first heard about this, I mistakenly thought he posted a photo from Save the Last Dance and assumed Rodgers was retiring to follow in the footsteps of Julia Stiles and become a white hip-hop dancer that we would all forget about. In my defense, I wasn't the only one misreading the Packers players' social media.
More panic in Titletown this afternoon. Zadarius Smith tweeting that he needs a realtor in Green Bay as soon as possible. People were like, what's going on?
The linebacker's tweet sent Green Bay fans into a frenzy, but a half hour later, Smith clarified he really was in need of a realtor because he wanted to capitalize on the housing market in the Green Bay area. Which was kind of like the time my wife asked me for the hard salami, and I ripped off my apron and ran over. But it turned out she just wanted some actual hard Bon Gusto salami. Bon Gusto, also a bit confusing if you're horny. Should Zadarius Smith have known better? I say yes. In fact, I would argue Zadarius's tweet was the worst misjudgment of one's Twitter audience since the time Bills receiver Stevie Johnson dropped a key pass and typed these 140 characters at Big Guy in the Sky. I praise you 24/7, and this how you do me? You expect me to learn from this? How? I'll never forget this, ever. Thanks though. People complain endlessly about Twitter and how it severed the fabric of our society, but getting to see exactly what's in other people's heads is low-key the best. For example, without Twitter, Cole Beasley would be just another undersized white slot guy, and not the sports face of the anti-vaxxer movement, which is still kind of surprising to me because if there was one athlete I'd expect to be the poster child for turning down an easy shot, it would have been this guy. There is one thing I will admit that social media is not great for. Watching cool Olympic highlights, which there have been a lot of. First, we had a 13-year-old Japanese skateboarder winning gold with this impressive final trick. Disabled video, huh? Well, there was also this insane moonball volleyball serve that almost flew out of the stadium. Disabled video? I'm guessing we can't show the Swedish swim coach dry humping the glass partition in the stands? The back-to-back belly flops by the Filipino divers? It turns out that due to Olympic copyright rules that only allow us to show user-generated Olympic content, the only footage we can show you is this 9-person amateur bedroom scene. Space Jam 2 had a solid opening weekend, earning $30 million. And on Monday, video of LeBron's thank you speech to the cast and crew was leaked. And frankly, I don't know why LeBron's people put this out.
You guys have been amazing. Obviously, Team James, we've been cooking. I see you guys. I see you, Niecy Baby, on the thing. And everybody, every fucking department, we all became a family. We all gave our shit.
We gave all our shit. Fucking Daffy, he gave his shit. Fucking Bugs gave his shit. The fucking assholes in hair and makeup. And especially all you kid fucking actors who are now a year behind in school from this shit show, you all gave your shit. So I just wanted to say, fuck you. I mean, thank you everyone, I'm LeBron. Weirdly, if Space Jam 2 featured this version of LeBron's actual personality, I'd be more inclined to watch it. Like this.
I'm going old school on his
Money Talks. Now, Cowboys billionaire owner Jerry Jones made multiple headlines this week, most notably taking responsibility for the breakup with Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy's a great coach, and I've never been able to know why I fucked it up.
Jerry Jones also said he'd do anything known to man to win another Super Bowl, presumably including cutting off Mike Vrabel's penis. Hey Jerry, would you kneel for the anthem every week though? How about just not overpaying for a running back? But my favorite story from Jerry's world came during a call-in segment he did during a radio interview last week. Oh boy, this is good.
Hi, you're on with Jerry Jones, owner of the Cowboys.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. I'm a big fan of everything you do. And I think that the Cowboy fans are lucky to have you. And that's some real positivity there.
Well, let me just say this. I wish I could sound like me as well as you sound.
But what happened next, no one could have seen coming.
I'd love to hear you in some of those soft moments.
Yes.
Get somebody right there. Do you have that part of you? Do you
Mr.
have
Jones,
that? You know how to say,
I always...
hey baby, this is what it's like to be with a man.
Imagine the level of narcissism and blood alcohol it takes to be confronted on the telephone by your own impersonator, and your first thought is phone sex. Personally, I love this whole thing as much as my firstborn, but I am concerned it might give other NFL owners the wrong idea, because the unhappy ending of this story that no one wants to see is Bob Kraft getting busted for getting an erotic massage from a Robert Kraft impersonator. An image none of us will be able to get out of our heads. So here it is. Yeah, look at it. Look at it! Odd man out. Now, one of my favorite things is when something trivial and insignificant is treated like really important news. Like this.
We've got some big news, some breaking news out of Major League Baseball, where the Cleveland Indians will officially be changing their name to the Cleveland Guardians.
In an age when it's hard to get anyone to agree on anything, Cleveland's baseball team achieved the impossible, because everyone unanimously hates the name the Guardians. And not in that it's weird because it's new but will eventually get used to it way, like iPod or Uber or Chad Ochocinco. The Guardians is apparently a reference to the Guardians of Traffic, a series of 8 mythical transportation icons carved into Cleveland's Hope Memorial Bridge. So basically, Cleveland renamed its baseball team after the Crossing Guards version of the Expendables. At least now, Guardians fans know the exact bridge they can jump off of when they're let down by their baseball team for a millionth time. Now, I will admit, at this point, naming a new franchise like naming a new beer is tough, because everything is already taken. Seattle's new hockey team went outside the box with the Kraken. It worked, I think people love it. But isn't that already taken as a rallying cry for the Anaheim Ducks? Release the Quackin'. So what would I have suggested for Cleveland's new name? The Steamers, a reference to the city's textile history, is out for obvious reasons. The Cleveland Spiders has a nice ring to it. Maybe something based on the monster that supposedly resides in Lake Erie. And then, while watching this Cleveland local news story, it hit me.
Tonight, a 3 News investigates exclusive with the possible, even if it's unexpected, union of 2 Cleveland legends.
Ooh, who's it gonna be? Drew Carey and Ernest Biner? Who's it gonna be? Tell us.
Browns great Bernie Kosar is opening his home and urging the release of Kevin McTaggart, the imprisoned former hitman of mobster Danny Green.
Wow, I didn't have either of them on my Cleveland celebrity bingo card. It turns out, Bernie Kosar, last seen here graciously throwing a pick 6 at a wedding reception, is hoping to take in a former Cleveland mobster involved in a series of killings in the 80s.
He feels remorseful and horrible what he's done and what's happened.
Now personally, I have no interest in chiming in on another man's Weekend at Bernie's Mafia cosplay, but when you're making the case to spring a former mob boss early from prison, maybe don't dress exactly like Tony Soprano. No, that's former Dolphins coach Tony Sparano. I said Tony Soprano. There it is. There we go. All of this is a very long way towards making my original point. The perfect name for Cleveland's new baseball team, it was right there all along. An original name with an edge that ties to the city's history and had a perfect baseball twist. The Hitman. The Hitman! That's the one. All right, that's it for the show today. Join me next week as we break down Deshaun Watson's All 22, which has nothing to do with the coach's film and everything to do with all 22 settlements he's hoping to sign before the season starts, so he can be traded to a city that wants to openly welcome that.